Hey friend, I think I figured out what's happening and here we are. So I'm going to get this up onto our page and then we will get started. So if you're catching this as a replay, like slide it forward, I don't know, about a minute or so while I get this loaded up. Let's see, copy link. Here. Where is my link? Where is my link? All right. Let's see. Okay, crazy town. Sorry, guys. I gotta get this up on the page. That'd be helpful, right? I just need the link to this video. Here we go. I think I found it. I apologize. See, I knew it would take about a minute to get this figured out. Maybe because I have it set as a private link, it's not showing it even to me. But it should be here. I apologize. Copy link. Where is this living? You guys, I tested this too, and okay, it tells me I'm watching it. But where? Okay. Dashboard. Let's try dashboard. Let's try videos. Oh my goodness, you guys, I tested this. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Right here. I found it. All right, so 2 minutes. Okay, I apologize for that taking so long. Let's see if that is here. Watch live. Okay, yay for technical difficulties. All right, let me just make sure before I get started. See what kind of delay we have. Oh, it's working. I apologize for that taking so long. Okay, it's working. So 3 minutes. Here we are. We're gonna get this off and get started. All right. Here we go. My friend, Erin Chase here. Thank you for your patience. That took a little extra minute to find that link. I apologize. So welcome to the very first time I've ever done a live workshop like this. You can see it's evening time here. We just finished up a nice dinner with family. And here we are talking about saving money on groceries. And one of the things that I've discovered over the years is taking this approach of addressing the mistakes that you're making in the grocery store is what can be the most helpful in helping you change the way you think about grocery shopping and help change it from a frustrating, exhausting experience to one that is positive and you're getting the savings results that you're looking for. So tonight I wanted to talk about the 5 mistakes that you're probably making that you don't know you're making in the grocery store, and we're gonna just jump right in. If you haven't yet, I did send you an email about this. You're gonna want to look for this download. It's free to download, and then we'll fill it in as we go here. This will probably be 10-15 minutes. I want to keep this short because I know your time is precious. And want to make sure that you know also about our grocery budget makeover class. So stick around, because at the very end I'll have something special for you that I don't think I've ever done before. So stick around for that. So 5 mistakes you don't know you're making in the grocery store. The first one is not looking at the ads before you go in the store. So this is a big no-no. This isn't like, oh yeah, I'm just going to glance at it. I'm going to grab it as I'm walking in the store. Like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I want you to look at the ads before you go in the store. I want you to study them. I want you to circle things you're going to buy. I want you to highlight price points, specifically on meat. We'll get there in a minute. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And I want you to be very mindful of it doesn't need to take a lot of time. That's what I get that asked a lot. Like, it takes too long to do that. I'm like, no, it doesn't. You will save yourself so much money if you just take 5 minutes to look through everything. At the very least, look at the front page of the circular. At the very least. If you can, dig in there, because a lot of times you'll find some like hidden sales or things you wouldn't know that were going to be on sale are going to be on those interior pages. So you definitely want to like get crazy with the store ad. Ours comes in the mail here, so I don't have to go looking for it. It comes right to it just ends up on the kitchen counter with the rest of the mail. And so I'll like circle and mark it up. And okay, so I know we're running low on chicken meals in the freezer, so I need to get extra chicken this week to kind of restock and replenish what I have. I know that we're running low on pasta, so it's on sale this week. So I'm going to get, maybe I'll get 4 boxes instead of none or 1 or 2, because I want to stock up because the price is so low. Or maybe there's a coupon for the pasta, things like that. I also look closely at produce, because we plow through a ton of produce. And while I do use I do love Imperfect Foods, which is like a produce, like a Imperfect Produce was its original name. I do use that, but I also still buy a lot of produce fresh at the store every week. And so I make sure to especially for organic stuff, and it's not always on sale, but like sometimes organic apples are priced the same as conventional apples. So I'll grab the organic that week. So it's just being mindful of seeing those things that we're buying over and over and making sure that we're making the best choices with the grocery budget that we have. So you want to check the ads for sure before you run into the store. And I'm following along here, so you can follow along there. The second is falling for marketing traps in the store, and they're everywhere. You know they're there, but you forget that they're there, because I do. So we want to be mindful of the fact that items placed at eye level have a higher cost that's passed on to you, the consumer. It's really not the manufacturer that's paying for that premium shelf space. That price gets passed to you in the price of the product. So look high, look low. Don't always fall for the end caps. Be mindful of the sights and smells that are in the store. So just being aware of those things, and then of course yourself, like, are you going to impulse buy? Are you going to rabbit trail? Are you going to squirrel? Like, if you've written a list, which you need to write a list, when you're looking at the ads, write your list. Stick to it. Like, make it your goal to do it 2 weeks in a row. Just stick to what you've written on your list. If you didn't write it on your list, it wasn't an important thing that you knew you were going to need that week, you don't need to buy it, right? So stick to your list. Okay, number 3. This is what I swear I dance. So this is like the grab and drop. You're just like going through. You're like, oh, I think I need to have spaghetti again this week. Give me like honey mustard chicken. And I think I'm out of honey mustard sauce. And I know I'll grab chicken because I already saw that it was on sale because I was smart and I looked at the ad. You just kind of go through the store, just like grabbing, dropping. And that is just not an okay way to shop. It might be a cute dance if you're out with your friends. It's not cute in the grocery store. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are, again, looking at the list, looking at the ads, making your shopping list, and kind of having a sense of what you're going to need ingredient-wise for that week, so that you don't have to go back to the store. So what ends up happening is, when you look at the ads and you make your list and you make your plan and you have this great plan, I call it the battle plan, then you don't forget things. And the other thing that happens is you don't overbuy things. So when you do the grab and drop, then you'll get home and you'll be like, oh, I did this like 2 weeks ago and I already have 3 jars of spaghetti sauce and 2 things of pasta, and I already have 2 full jars or containers of honey mustard for that chicken that I keep forgetting to make because we end up going out for fast food, right? So you grab these things, but it's so haphazard that, not having that plan and not being intentional with what you're going to get, you just kind of, it's frustrating either way. So looking at the ads, having your list, like writing it all down, makes a difference in how you're going to feel when you're walking out of the store, both in knowing that you got the right ingredients, knowing that you didn't overspend or overbuy things that you didn't need. Okay, so that's number 3. Mistake number 4, I told you we'd get to this, is paying full price for meat. So I'm all about the grocery savings, but really what I'm all about is the grocery savings plus the freezer meals together. When you can get into a routine and rhythm, I've been shopping and living this way for 8-9 years, and it's just such, I don't have the stress of what are we going to eat for dinner because I put a freezer meal in, and I don't have the guilt of I overspent on groceries again because I grab the meat when it's on sale, whatever cut it is, the popular cuts that our family prefers, right? We all have different preferences, right? But the most common ones like ground beef or chicken or pork chops or beef roast, chuck roast. I still see chuck roasts for $2.49 or $2.99 a pound at different grocery stores in my area. So I know that the prices are still reasonable, even with some of the other inflation across the different products in the grocery store, which actually still hasn't been that much. Some of the baseline prices have gone up, but really, like when you look overall at sale prices, and I track this stuff, I have for many years, it's really not that much higher. So you just have to be really smart with tracking when it's on sale. But going back to meats, same idea. Get enough chicken to last for 4 to 6 weeks so that you don't have to pay full price in between. And that's where freezer meal, you're like, what? And what I don't mean is for you to like stash it into the freezer like as soon, like in its package from the store. I don't want you to do that because that like almost creates more work later, and then you don't want to deal with that. So you won't make that chicken later. So what I want you to think about is taking, those 4 packages of chicken and turning them into one meal of salsa chicken, one meal of barbecue chicken that you can cook later and like just cut up or shred the barbecue chicken, and you can use that in 25 different family favorite recipes, from tacos to pizza to whatever, right? So you can transform that barbecue chicken into salsa chicken, barbecue chicken, honey mustard chicken. That's another great one that we love to do, that kind of shredded style. So I'll just honey mustard sauce, whether it's homemade, I prefer homemade, but you can do it from a store. Chicken into the freezer, cook it in the slow cooker or Instant Pot, shred it up. Also a super easy and delicious option. So when you take that extra step, when you buy the 4 times the amount of chicken that you think you need and flip it into a freezer meal, that's what we call it, freezer meal flipping. You flip it into a freezer meal, and then you have like an easy option for later. So you've set yourself up for success with dinner in the future, and you've saved money on groceries. So when you don't pay full price, you kind of get into this kind of cycle and rhythm of buy meat when it's on sale, make a couple freezer meals out of it. Nothing crazy. I'm not talking about 40 meals in a day. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just being really smart with the meat that you're buying and buying enough to last you until it's on sale again. That is the goal with never paying full price for meat. And so what's not going to happen is that you're not going to buy all the meat. You could, but you want to buy the meat that's on sale. So this week it's going to be chicken. Next weekend it might be pork chops. The next week it might be ground beef. The next week it might be kind of a lull week. But you'll have, because you bought enough for extras, you'll have meat in your freezer to make meals that week. Throw in an extra meatless meal that week with whatever produce is on sale. And then the next week, the cycle will start over, and you'll start to see that when you start to kind of track along with the meat prices. So your homework here, each of these has homework. I've kind of glossed over these quickly just for the sake of time. Each of these has homework, but write down the ones you buy the most, maybe the 4 or 5 that you buy the most. So for us, that would be, again, chicken, ground beef, pork chops, chuck roast, stew beef, the already cut up, although you could just cut up a chuck roast, but I like it to buy it already cut up because it just makes it a little bit faster to cook. Okay, finally, so write those down and then start watching. Start watching the sale ads and see how that makes a difference when you can start to save that way. Finally, not using coupons. I know coupons have such a stigma. They're not as cool anymore. That extreme couponing show is not on television anymore. I mean, I think they rerun it, but they're still there. And if you use them well, you can still save a lot of money at the grocery store, whether that you see them on products or they're store coupons or they're in the store app. I know that Target has a lot of you can like snag with their app, you can add the coupons like on the fly while you're right by the product on the shelf. Like if you just take a hot second and take advantage of these, the small amount of savings each week, even if it's just $8 or $10, adds up over time. So $10 a week in some sort of coupon savings, whatever that means, whether it's using a cashback app or it's, using from a product or store coupon, or you're printing them off of coupons.com, wherever you're getting the coupons from, it doesn't matter. But if you can do $10 in savings a week, think about that on the year. It's $520 on the year. That's a lot of money that you could do something else with, wherever you are on the personal finance sort of your journey or the spectrum, whether you're deep in debt or you've just come out of debt and you're looking to save, or you've got this vacation plan, but your goal is to have this much, in cash savings in like an extra savings account or something before you're going to book the trip. Like whatever it is, we always have something come up, some unexpected expense, or I don't know. We have baseball season coming up, and it's like all of a sudden there's all these extra baseball things that we have a lot of things, but we will need to get a few more things, right? So anything, if you can take $10 from your grocery budget to apply towards something like that, like pick what that thing is and then start saving towards that. So I say all it takes is $10 a week, because that ends up being $500 for the year to do whatever you need that money to do. And then that's what I love about the grocery store and food spending, is because even though it can be hard and frustrating, because we have to eat every day, it's kind of a thing. It's really the line in your personal finance budget that you have the most control over, if you will. And so it's the one that you can see the biggest difference in when you make some of these micro changes like this. So what I wanted to share with you here as we wrap up is I want 2020 to be your year that you are going to make this difference, that you're going to see that extra $100 a month. It could be that. It really could be that. I've heard, and we've had literally thousands of people go through my grocery budget makeover, the full online class. I've shared a snippet of it here with you today. And I have heard so many ranges of savings from somebody who was already on a $400 a month budget and got it down to $325 a month, right? So we have that already doing a pretty good job, but can do better. And then I wanted, having a reason or what we're going to do with that extra money. And we've had people who are spending $2,500 a month. Oh my gosh. Okay. Going down to spending closer to like $1,250 a month. And that's literally cutting in half. And yes, maybe some people are grossly overspending and just have zero control or strategy or anything. I want to help you with all of that. I want to help you with the strategy. I want to help you with the step-by-step. I want to help you with the accountability. That's what the Grocery Budget Makeover is all about. So if you would like to join me in 2020, we have a brand new accountability Facebook group that has some of our past students, our alumni, and people who have been joining the Grocery Budget Makeover this month are getting into our new group. And so I want you to be a part of that. I want to be there with you every step of the way. How the class works is there are 10 lessons plus some bonus lessons, and you can go at your own pace. If you want to tackle the first couple and then sit on it, let it marinate for a little bit, make some changes in the way that you're working with your grocery spending, then finish the last couple lessons, you can do it that way. If you want to, I really need help with food allergies on a budget, dive into that first and then go back through some of the first lessons and kind of wrap that all together. So you can kind of make the class your own, and it is self-paced. You always have access to it. People who took the class for the first time in May of 2015, 5 years ago, still go in there. I get emails every now and again from some of my original super savers from that very first class. And so It is a powerful system and a powerful strategy that is set up and designed to get you the savings results you need now, but also available as a resource for you down the road as you progress in your journey, both grocery shopping as well as personal finance journey, to help you make the most of your food dollars, specifically with grocery. We talk a little bit about dining out and stuff too, but mostly with your grocery food dollars, and hopefully you start eating at home more and saving even more money. So if you would like to join here now this week while we're doing our live workshops, use the coupon code LIVE, L-I-V-E, live or live, either one. That's going to give you 20% off of everything. That includes the workbook and the registration for the class. So there's two options. You can just register for the class, and then there are some downloads that you can download from each lesson. So each lesson page, you can download lessons, or I have printed and put it all together because it's way, way, way more affordable and cost efficient for me to print a whole bunch of those and mail them to you than it is. You would pay like 3 times as much if you took the amount of paper and had it printed and bound for you. So we have it printed and bound in a coil workbook for you. So that we have as part of our 20% discount as well, which we've never done that before. So check that out to grocerybudgetmakeover.com/join. So sorry. grocerybudgetmakeover.com/join. And then either the registration or the registration and workbook, whichever you choose, you just type in live, and then we will get you set up with that discount. Once you register, everything gets sent to you via email, and we have our Facebook group as well. And then I will physically mail the workbook out to you as soon as the mail goes out the next day. So that is how that works. So LIVE in the coupon code box on the registration forms, and that will give you that 20% discount on both the class as well as the workbook. So that's what I have. If you have any questions for me about anything related to your grocery spending, please drop them in the comments. You should see comments down below the video. Drop them there, and I will get them answered for you. And I would just love this honor and privilege of getting to lead you on this journey of just getting control and empowering yourself and feeling more confident in the way that you're using your money, and that you're being prudent, basically. You're being a good steward of your finances. And I wholeheartedly believe that, again, the easiest line to control is your food. And so when we can do that well, then we'll start to see that kind of confidence build and then spill over into other areas of our budget and other areas of our life as well. So I would love to be able to lead you on this part of your journey. So grocerybudgetmakeover.com/join, coupon code LIVE, and we'll get you all set up and ready to go, rocking out your grocery budget this year. Thanks for being here with me in this live workshop, and I will catch you soon via email or in our Facebook group. Have a good rest of your night.